Hey, Alan Cole is here. Matthias Melander is here. Brennan. Devin is here. Old Stone. Bonjour. Alan Cole. Looks like a live yap and nap. Yeah. Same time, same station. Yep. Just wait a little bit. And Doghouse. Hey, Danny. You made it on time. Yep. Early. A little bit early. I've been sitting here for about an hour. Well, that's not true because I've been getting up, getting stuff, sitting back down. With ADHD, you're either really early or really late doing stuff. Yeah. Let's see. David De Lorenzo's here. Yep. Jim Cooper. Hey. Can't stay long. Oh, well. Got to go to your niece's concert. This is early still. Les Jones, please stop this nonsense. All right. I'll stop the nonsense for a few seconds. I'll do a no talk live stream. How's that? That'd be cool. I will do no talk live stream and not read any comments. How's that? Did you get your ears lowered? You're looking good. Yeah, I got a trim yesterday. Yeah, lowered the ears a little bit. Yeah, let's see. I was long overdue for a haircut. I didn't shave though. So usually I shave before the live streams. Hey, Mike Tufts is here. All the usual culprits have shown up already. So we can get right into it. We don't have to wait. Yeah, Alan Cole says shaving is overrated. You betcha. Although, I don't like trying to grow a beard because I can't. It just doesn't come in right. I've tried many times. And same with mustache. I can't grow a proper mustache either. Yeah. Sorry about I was on the phone, okay? Texting. I know that's not polite, but oh well. Let's see. What do we got here? We got some hornstone again. I figure this is like the easiest stuff to clean up, this hornstone stuff. It doesn't fly very far, and I can see all the pieces. Yeah. You use a stone flake to shave, right? Yeah, I wish. I've tried it for like 5 seconds on my arm. There's no way I would do it on my face. No. My face is really stretchy. I can't do it I can't shave with stuff like this on my face. All right, so shall we get into it? Let's turn off. Let me see. I'm gonna make this light green. Yeah. See if that changes anything with the noise cancellation, because I noticed on some of my other live streams I can hit the stone and it doesn't sound like I'm hitting the stone. There's no sound. And maybe it interferes with the voice or something's going on with the microphone. The microphone prioritizes the voice. I don't want to hit my refrigerator. The flying flakes are not good. Let's see. The paleodental info last time was very interesting. I always wondered what the old boys did. Yeah, they just picked their teeth. The evidence shows that they did pick the teeth, but there was, you get plaque buildup in certain areas that you can't get to with toothpicks. And that's where the plaque builds up on these old teeth. They say you can chew on a stick until it gets, kind of fibrous, and then you can brush your teeth clean with the stick. But I think it was just mainly done with toothpicks, and they didn't have any sugar back in the day, or not very much. And the cultures that did have sugar, like honeybee sugar and stuff like that, honey sugar, they would have bad teeth. Damn, that haircut looks good. You think so? It's just a simple Wednesday stream. Woo! We're in a blizzard. Harley's in a blizzard. I saw the weather going through the middle of the country there. Very low, intense low pressure system, right? Let's see. And I was the only one to make it into work, doing paperwork and watching the stream. I'm a happy camper, camping out at work. Yeah. Stidley Designs, Jesse. Hey. All right. So I'm just going to be randomly napping as usual. This stuff is kind of coarse, but I still like it. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, you don't heat treat hornstone. It is nature's heat treat. So it's already been exposed to heat underground, supposedly. How does it get exposed to heat underground if the forest fires happen on the surface? It's because heat builds up underground. If it's deep enough, the pressure produces heat. See, I've got some spalls already. Yeah. Some of these spalls are good and some of them are, They're not all usable, believe it or not. Some people say, look at all that waste. Well, it's not all usable. On Danny's video yesterday, he was talking about how much he likes your commentary and voices, as I do. Well, thank you, thank you. I need to watch it. I need some positive feedback. Yeah. No, gone are the days where I used to get all negative feedback. Now it's not too bad. I don't get much negative feedback these days. I've been doing this too long and people feel sorry because I'm old. It's okay by me. See, when they can't see my face, they'll talk smack. Yeah. Where is it? Here. This is my good bopper. I don't want to use the good bopper. Let's see. Why did they call it hornstone? I have no idea. Let's see. Smallzilla. Have you ever worked with any chalcedony? Yes, a lot. If so, what's your opinion on it? It's just like fancy chert. Where does it sit on your material ranking list? It's about a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. What would be a fun video? That would be a fun video to see. Haven't I done a chalcedony video? Chalcedony is just translucent, very light color chert, basically, or similar to agate, which is similar to chert. Talk smack and nap. Yeah, I'll talk smack and nap. You got some weird stuff going on with your camera, fuzzy looking. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I've tried cleaning the lens. I've tried different lighting arrangements and stuff. I could try cleaning the lens a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to use my sleeve because I don't have proper stuff. And I have sunlight coming in a little bit, although it's overcast today. It should be not too fuzzy. It's my computer's camera. For what that's worth, it's not worth much. I could buy a camera, spend a few $100s, and then feed it in for these live streams and get a fancy microphone and set up a little studio. But I'd rather spend that money on giving my kids birthday gifts. Let's see. Flint Ridge is chalcedony. Might be the 720p resolution. Am I on 720p resolution? I got to look at that. I didn't know if that was one of the settings. I got to see before I start live streams if there's a setting for the resolution. Yeah. If you're trying to watch it on a big screen, I suppose it's not that great. It's when you move. When I move, the cans. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. It doesn't capture the movement very well. Which is probably not that good for a Flintknapping video, huh? All right. Shall we beat the bopper to death? Yes, we shall. Finally. That was hard. It doesn't look like it was hard, but you saw that. And that's a pretty good platform. Yeah. You never know with this stuff. Never know. So is there a setting, you tech guys, is there a setting to capture the fast motion? Because it does look pretty bad. Yeah, look at that. I don't remember it being that bad before. You guys are not going to watch the Flintknapping anyway, are you? It's all the same angle. It's all 52.6. It's all the same vectors too. Right? Right. No? Just need to nap more. Nap more. Don't be watching me only. Some people have said they live through me vicariously because they can't nap anymore. So this bugs them, this little blurriness when it moves. Yeah, I can understand. Let's see. Patrick is just doing his Matrix impersonation, fancy motion. There you go. See, I have someone giving the proper excuses at the proper time. Let's see. Hey, Aaron sent me a post on Instagram about a corner tang knife with the handle hafted on it. Yeah, and I said it didn't look like a handle. It looked like the billet to nap the corner tang because it's antler. There was a piece of antler. They said it was a piece of bone in the description. Somebody said it was a piece of bone in the description. It's not a piece of bone. It's an antler. Piece of antler. Let's see. So I think it's a billet that's used for Flintknapping. Bushy's here. Oh, yeah. I got your package, Bushy. That's it. It's in the thumbnail. He sent me goldstone. What is goldstone? It's like glitter stone. It's glass with glitter. Glass with glitter. He says he doesn't like it, so I'm going to nap it. But I won't nap it in the house because it's glass. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Mike. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Brennan. Everyone say hi to everybody. Matthias says, I made myself a steel bopper from your advice the other day. It works decent. Good. After practicing with it for a few months, it'll work really good. Yeah. You got to get used to it. Yes, yes. These things, these little flakes from the abrader are getting everywhere. That's all right. That's all right. I don't have any kids running around anymore. So yeah, even though this is hornstone, it is tough. There's different grades of hornstone. It's not all great. It's not all. It's not all a bowl full of cherries or whatever they used to say. I did see Mike Tuft's video where he split one of these in half. Did you see that? He cut this in half. This is from flintknappingsupplies.com. Anyway, the handle is poplar and looks like it's filled with a combination of epoxy and birdshot up here on the tip. It's not like one of Mike Tuft's fancy ones. Mike Tufts makes them fancy. This is just a small one that I use. But yeah, he has a, I think, is this a, yeah, watch. What wizardry is this? It's a removable top. Yeah. What sorcery and wizardry is this? You'll just have to go on Danny Collins' website or just go talk to Mike Tufts, figure out what that is. You're just gonna have to go and try to figure it out. Talk to him. I thought you I thought you said gallstone at first. Goldstone, yeah. I have a problem with pronunciating stuff. I have to try to listen to what I'm saying every time I say something, because sometimes I'm thinking one thing and say something else. Let's see. Anytime, no hurry on the goldstone. All right. Well, I'm going to have to do it this week because I'm phasing out the glass and obsidian. I'm going to start mixing in chert again. I'm going to do the transition gradually. I still got some parallel flaking to do. Ed Gould is here. Let's see. I just saw an old video of yours, reverse indirect with the punch in the wood stump. It was cool. Yeah. It's an interesting technique if you got a high patience for how scary that technique is. Yeah. That technique is like riding on a carnival ride. One that is kind of not so safe looking. Yeah. One of those kind of carnival rides where you go, I don't know, that looks kind of old and rusty. They're going pretty fast. That's what it's like using reverse indirect. But like the guys in India, after making 1,000 points or 1,000 notches with that technique, you get used to it. And you can have a lot of success like they do. People say, how does that work? I don't understand how they actually do it. That's because you're not a napper and you haven't napped 1,000 points or 1,000 notches. Cute little boppers. Yeah, but this is not the only bopper that Mike makes. This is the one that he made custom for me because I use it like this. Okay, he can make a custom bopper for you too. So he makes regular boppers like this too, but they've got that magical, removable, interchangeable tips on them. Some of the fasty movements are rather dizzying on that computer camera, feedback wise. Yeah. Let's see. Smallzilla says the log plus punch technique is definitely a county fair carnival ride for sure. Too scary for me. Yeah. The reverse indirect, the log and punch. Yeah, that's called reverse indirect. I took one of them. I took one for the team. That barber cost me $25 to cut in half. Yeah, this cost $25 on flintknappingsupplies.com. Yeah, I bought two of them actually. One for abuse, one for finishing. Yeah, this one's still in good shape. Yeah, this is a lower grade hornstone, but I think I can get something out of it. Yeah, let's see. Anyone want to take a guess? Put your bets in. See, 5 1/4. Let's see if I can stretch it out to 6 inches. Yeah. Let's see. It says, Brennan says, thanks, Mike. And that video showing theirs and yours sold me on the Mike Tuss Bopper. Yeah. Finally got my tax return this morning. I'm hillbilly rich. Buying some rocks now. Michael, Red-Eyed Patriot. Yep. Buying rocks. Yes, yes, yes. It can get to be an expensive hobby after a while. You got to get a source for good rocks so you don't have to buy as many. Look at that. Thin. This is good to use just as is. Yeah, except the top there is all kind of wonky. But yeah, these are cool. You almost don't want to knap these into anything because they've got such sharp edges. And that's what Neanderthals like to use. They would skim off these big flakes right off the center. They call that a Levallois flake or technique. They just skim that off and they use this. And they said, I just saw another Neanderthal video, and they said that they would mount the pointy ones to spears because there's some evidence of actually birch tar on the bottom of the triangle piece, right? But they fail to realize, or they forget, or they ignore that you can attach a blob of glue to the bottom of this as a handle. So not only is the blob of glue a handle, but it's handy for heating up and adding glue to other things. And you get that blob of glue on the bottom of your tool. So it serves two purposes. That's where you store your glue because it's in a big blob, and it's a handle for your cutter for butchering. Okay? And if it's a pointy butchering tool, that's why it's got like the residue of resin or birch tar. Hope I didn't say pine tar. Birch tar on the bottom of that pointy tool. It probably was a blob of glue. What is this now? Bushy says, Charlie B wasn't at Letchworth last year. I wasn't going to buy tools from Eric. Thanks, Brennan. Their cap thickness is less also. Yeah. Let's see. I got to buy, Red-Eyed Patriot says, I got to buy a shallow well water pump first. Only bad thing about living on a mountaintop, no city water. Yeah. Danny says, awesome flake, already a base tang. Oh, yeah. Mike says, save some of that for the green rocks, Mike. Duly noted. Let's see, Smallzilla. Super thin flakes. Do a Cumberland. Do a 50-1. Ha. Yeah. That's a quote from you that's always stuck with me. You were napping Knife River Flint and said that after a very long flat flake. Yes, indeed. I say silly stuff. Devin says, Meat Eater Show and, let's see, Meat Eater Show and Archaeologist did a show that's on YouTube where they butcher one side of a bison with clovis points and blades, then the other side they butchered with flakes only. Pretty cool. Yeah, I saw that too. Guess what they would want to do it with next time around? Would they want to do it with clovis tools, or would they want to butcher with flakes? First thing they're gonna say is, well, it took us like 8 hours to prepare for butchering with clovis tools, minimum, but like 8 minutes to get some flakes. So what do you think? I think they're gonna go with flakes next time. But they don't say that because that'll get all the wrong people angry. Yeah. Now, do we care about making the wrong people angry on this channel? No, we don't. Nope, nope, nope. Some people say, what's the use of using modern tools to knap something made of stone? Stone is like ancient. Ancient tools for ancient materials, or ancient techniques for deserve for you to use the old stuff. And you don't say the same thing about pottery. You don't say the same thing about making other things like necklaces. How old do you think a necklace is in the human history? Why aren't we using stone tools to make necklaces? Well, that would make you feel pretty silly if you said that. Welcome to How We See You. Let's see. Devin says they looked at it from that perspective. Flakes for sure. Yep. Jordan Kirkpatrick. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Halfway there. Yep. Halfway through the week. Devin says over 10,000 years at least. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting there. I don't know how long this is going to last, though. Ask Butter's here. I'm trying to remember you sent me your first name is John, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, I saw the bow on your channel and the arrows. They're pretty cool. I like them. Very well done. Colors and everything. What types of paint did Ishii use for his arrows? Let's see. Does everybody know? Everyone should know what type of paints. They're watercolor paints. Yeah. And everyone goes, what? Yeah. You mean if it rains, they get all smeary and all nasty? You got it. Well, why would you use that for arrows? What else did they have? Well, you can mix it with pine pitch. You can mix it with wax. Blah, 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 blah. No, they didn't do it. Have you ever tried to paint with hot pine pitch mixed with pigment? Of course not. Let's see. Where's the toast for ass butter? Ass toast. All right. I come from the younger days impact perspective, younger Dryas impact perspective. So I actually think it's way older for the use of necklaces. Yeah. Smallzilla says, talking about necklaces reminded me of a question I had for you. Why were beads often used as currency? Was it the time taken to make them or the material they were made of? No, it was because you could keep it on you. So if you wanted to steal it from somebody, you'd have to, take it from my cold, dead neck. Okay? Hey, somebody gave me $10. Jesse, thank you, thank you. Yeah, take my necklace. You're gonna have to take it from my cold dead neck. That's my wealth. That's my money. I'm hanging around my neck. Do people do it these days? I don't know. Let me see. I come from the, let's see. Mike Tufts asks, this may sound strange. It's hard for some to understand the way of the past because we are too evolved, too much technology. Yeah, we know too much, have to be at their mindset and experience some of their past, right? Have to be at their mindset and experience of their past. Yeah. Jim Cooper says, okay, guys, got to go. All right. See you later, Jim. See you later. Next time. Glad you could make it. I got a box from Danny Collins. I haven't opened it up yet. It's still taped. I got a box from Justin Cornelius. Also, I've got to do on video. Plus 2 more that I've got in my shop that I need to do the unboxings. I'm pretty sure I got 2 more. Let's see. Have you explored Randall Carlson's work? Devin asks. I don't remember the name, so I'm maybe not. Smallzilla. Going off what Mike said and what you said once about the names for stone, it stuck with me when you said they didn't call it obsidian back in the day. And that made me think a bit differently. Yeah. They didn't call this stuff what we call it. Yeah. And they didn't make a distinction between chert and agate and chalcedony and jasper or what do they call it? Basalt, fine-grained basalt, and all the other stuff. They had no names for any of it other than whatever they would make up in their language. And every language had a different name for the same stuff. Right? Right. So all they knew back in the day is, did it nap or not? Didn't matter what it was called. Didn't all Native Americans have the same language throughout the entire United States like we do now? Of course not. This stuff, this hornstone stuff, probably had about 100 different names for the same exact material back in the day. Hey, Danny, and Doghouse gas money for Brady gave me $11. Thank you, thank you. This is fun, actually. Yeah, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. Yep. And gas money, yes. How long do you think it takes me to get to Brady? Well, you already know. From here, from where I am, including the stops that I take, it's about 36 hours for me. If I just type it into the map, into the GPS, it's 28 something hours. Yeah. So that's what I got so far. I just skimmed off a bunch on this side. Still need to get rid of that cortex. Yeah. Someone, I forget who asked me, what is the most consistent material that I know of? And I said, amoeba chert. And I had a dream last night of someone asking me that same question again, and that's what I said, amoeba chert. But just keep in mind that the amoeba cherts, there's amoeba type flints as well. They're not always consistent. They're just the most consistent that I've encountered. I have someone, Danny's root beer heating treating right now. Okay. I just hope my frozen pizza will cook at 300. R. Snyder says, I don't think they used eggs to make paint. Eggs were mixed pigments for paint. I don't think they used eggs to make paint. Eggs were mixed pigments for paint during the European Middle Ages. Yeah, R. Snyder. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's a name for the types of paint that you make with egg yolk or egg whites, or you mix it all together. You can mix them both together or use them separately. It's something Tura paint. I can't remember now. Anyway, yeah, you wouldn't want to use eggs because you have to eat the eggs. But I'm sure they did use it sometimes. They called it Works Donut Paint. Yeah, stylish designs. Alan says, don't forget to smash the like button. Jordan says, I asked about the consistency. What is that? When did you ask about consistency, Jordan? I don't understand. Let's see. The RB don't really need heat. RB. When I see an abbreviation, I never see the right thing. RB for me is like rib bones, red bottles. Let's see. Oh, tempura paint. Yeah. That's the egg mixed with pigment type paint. It works, but again, it'll smear in the rain and stuff. Let's see. Smallzilla, question for Mike Tufts. Do you do 48-hour dehydration and then 8-hour at 300 degree? Do you use slow temp ramp up and cool down? I'm curious since I ordered some. Yeah. If Mike Tufts doesn't answer it, I can answer some of that. Jordan, I meant I was the one who asked about what was the most consistent stone. Oh, okay. Jordan asked about the consistent stone. Okay, cool. I'm glad you remembered. Of course I remember, dude. I asked it. Let's see. RB is root beer. Oh, okay. Good. Thanks. Thanks for helping out the autists in the audience like me. Smash the like button, please, says R. Snyder. Ed Gould, probably obsidian. Mike Tuff says, I just did a 24-hour dry at 250 degrees. Then about an hour ago, I bumped it up to 300. And I'll do it for about 4 or 5 hours. Then I'll just shut the oven off and let it cool off overnight. But you should ask Dan. Yeah, ask Danny Collins. Smallzilla says, happy to have any advice on Texas root beer heat treat. I'm a sucker for glossy, shiny stones, whether it be to my benefit or dismay. Yeah. Anyone who uses the word dismay has been on the internet way too long. Jesse, thanks, Alan. For some reason, I always remember to smash the like button on the regular vids, but the live stream, I always forget. Yeah. Now that you're sitting there, I don't know what you guys are doing. You can hit the like button. I don't know what helps more, you commenting or hitting the like button. I think maybe commenting would help more. I don't know. Let's see. Fantastic, Mike. Thank you. All right. Yeah, see, you get explanations on the comment section in live streams. I'm backing up this to my hand, but I don't squeeze. In case you're wondering, you're watching just for the napping. I feel sorry for you if you're watching just for the napping, but if you are, I'm not squeezing this way, but I am backing it up firmly against my hand to remove this kind of flick. How did I know? I don't know. I've been doing this a while, that's why. And this is how you make one of those lewa points. You have to strike from the side. You don't strike from the base into it like that to make a lewa point. You strike from the side, and it'll create a point here, the same place as before. But the difference is when you remove it, it's flat from base to tip. See that? From the base to the tip is flat. If you strike it from here to make the lewa point, it'll be curved. Lewa points are not curved. So in case you're brand new, guys have been watching the channel, they know how to make these flakes properly. Okay? See what I mean? And I could say, you saw it here first, folks, but I've explained this so many times that I'm not even gonna worry about it. Just know that that's what they're supposed to look like. Okay. And they're very sharp. And you attach these to a blob of glue, not a spear. Okay? All right. Now I'm just thinning the base a little bit more. Getting ready for the sweat stage. I can already feel it. I can already feel the stress. Because it's risky. All these flakes are dicey. And you can see it's not that great of a material. It's got all kinds of inconsistencies. Anyways, this is the biface stage. And it's enjoyable up to this point. Yeah. After this, well, it depends on your brain. My brain doesn't like the stage after this at all. And I laugh because I have to keep it comical, because otherwise I'll say, that's all right. We'll just do that later. Yeah. Let's just look at the comments. Yeah. All right, let's see. You are always on the phone because I try to watch during my day job. Yeah. Shouldn't be doing that. Unless, are you the boss? No one can tell you no. Let's see. Let's see. Hello, Alan and Cole. I heard you won something in the last auction. Oh, yeah. I just sent them all out yesterday. I sent everybody's stuff out yesterday. So you should get it in 3 days from yesterday. Right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They should start dropping in on Friday. Like I sent something to Connecticut. That's like the first one to get there. And then someone lives way out in Oregon. And that would take about 4 days, 5 days maybe. Let's see. Hey, Aaron, I didn't get a response from you on Instagram, so I'm not sure if you've seen the post I'm talking about with the corner tank, the corner tank blade. Yeah, on Instagram. Let's see. Let me see. I think you might have sent an email to me as well, but I'll look on Instagram. I've already got chips on all this. All right, so, hey, Aaron. See, I don't have you on Instagram. Where's the brightness control? Display. Device care, display. Let's see if I can do this. I'll show you up. I don't have you on. There's no message from you on Instagram that I can see. It may be on Facebook. But first I got to go and see if I can find the display so I can tone down the brightness of my phone. Okay? There it is. So you still can't see. But you're not with it. You're not there that I can see yeah, Aaron, I don't see you on Instagram Messenger. No, Facebook. I think I saw it on my email. No, I don't see the email either. Unless you're in a totally different name than Aaron. Let's look at the Facebook. If it's on, well, it wouldn't be on Facebook. It'd be on Messenger because that's the same thing. I don't think you posted to my timeline. See, sometimes I get posted to my timeline and people say, "Did you receive it?" I never see anything that's posted to my timeline on Facebook because I don't look at Facebook. But uh, if what you sent me was a corner tang, a long corner tang with the bone, what they call the bone handle right next to it in the photo, uh, I don't think that's the handle. I think that's a Flintknapping tool that was found next to the corner tang and not the handle. Okay, that's my opinion. That thing that they call the bone handle was not the handle. That's my opinion. And yeah, you in the photograph they're attached, but someone attached them. There's also an explanation that says, yeah, they're found next to each other, but how much next to each other? And even if it was touching when they found it, it doesn't mean it's the handle. It could be the Flintknapping tool used to help create that thing. Let's see. Where am I? Where am I? March 10th is scheduled delivery. Yeah, I sent out the tracking numbers, so you'll be able to track them. I don't know if it's my phone, but it looks like when you're swinging, you're at the Bionic Man, your arm and bopper when it swings. Yeah, I don't know if it's my phone, but it looks like when you're swinging, you are the Bionic Man, your arm and bopper when it swings. With all your napping experience, have you ever had such a unique fossil pop up with the point that you attempt to preserve it so it can add a bit of flair? I've saved a couple of fossils. Yes, I have tried that more than a few times, and it worked out a couple times. And I gave those to my daughter. Yeah, but they remain thick. Yeah, I have to keep them thick. And I've napped some with holes. So yes, to answer that question, watching during my day job as well, says Jordan. Let's see. Awesome, Jordan. Jordan Kirkpatrick. Actually, I am my own boss at work, so no problem. There you go. No one can tell you no. Andrew Munns. Oh, there you are. Right. That's his. Yeah. What's up? Mike Mason. Hello from a place with no cell signal. You got no cell signal? Carvix Slapper Samurai. Sup? Mike Tufts. Hey, Mike. March 10th is scheduled delivery. Yep. Let's see. Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Some tough competition on Monday auction, and I work graveyard shift. Yeah. Sometimes the bidding is really intense on some of the items. It's not easy to figure out who won sometimes. Yeah. My glasses are fogged up. Yeah, let me know if the camera lens gets fogged up because for some weird reason things get fogged up. I turn off the heat when I'm doing a video, so it might fog up for some reason. I'd love to say only my wife was my boss for 60 years, doing something right in it. Let's see. Old Stone. See you later. Good to see you. I think that's what that means. I've got to quit watching the auction. Ed Gould says. Yeah, some people get lots of anxiety with auctions. Let's see. Patrick, you've been smoking any weirdness lately? No, I have not. But I've been, where is it? Where is it? I was chewing on this a little bit today. Well, it's just a regular cigar. One of my regulars. But no, I try to limit the smoking to 2 or 3 days a week at the most. And no weirdness lately because I get allergic reactions to most plants. But I might start up again, especially when I start growing my own tobacco. But that's a ways off in the spring and summer. So I will try again this spring and this summer on the smokables. Any Desert Drifter YouTube followers here? Great guy who explored the four corners of Southwest. He just passed away yesterday. I don't know that name. Let's see. You're saying your wife's always the boss. Yeah. I tried that for a while. I'm not sure if it worked out that good. Might try to bribe Patrick with a box of dacite and triple flow for another point. Hee hee. Mm-hmm. R. Snyder says, very nice. I won an agate basin from Patrick a month ago. Super sweet. I'm glad you liked it. Let's see. Very nice. Jim Fackler. What? Desert Drifter? What happened? So rest in peace, Desert Drifter. I'm not familiar with the name. I might have seen some of his videos. I don't know. Your boss is on my boss is on a treadmill. But that's a good place to be, I suppose. Jim, he was in a bad car accident a few weeks ago. Let's see. He said Curvix Slapper Samurai. Yeah. I don't want to say the other one. Let's see. Damn, that was killer. Ed Gould says, mine thinks she is, and that's fine. Yeah. What's the point you ever least wanted to go? Matthias is asking me, what's the point you ever least wanted to go? I don't know. That you have sold. What's the point that you least wanted to sell? I think that's what that means. The point that I least wanted to sell, that's a tough one because there's one every auction that I don't want to sell that ends up being my favorite that week. That's hard to answer because I had a lot. A lot of them are like that. What was the one on last auction? Let me see. I just sent them out. I can't remember which one I liked the best out of the last auction. I like the art points. I guess it was the first one, the long black obsidian. I called it an agate basin. I like that material a lot. So I didn't want to get rid of that one for sure. I don't know which one was my favorite. Yeah, this is the sweat stage. How much time we got left? We got an hour left still. Yeah, this is going to take a lot of abrading. Let's see. Do you have any other hobbies? Oh yeah, I got lots of other hobbies. Do I do them? Not anymore. What is my most favoritist other hobby besides Flintknapping? That's a good question. I have trouble with favorites, so I'm not going to answer what's my favorite. I like to build scale models, little models made of plastic, little airplane models out of plastic. I just bought a bunch of 172 scale, but those are military vehicle miniatures. Uh, the airplane model scale I like is the 148 scale and 172 scale. But I haven't built one of those in a long time. I like archery as well, but I get bored with shooting. I don't like shooting. I'd rather just make everything and just hang it on a wall. I will shoot them in to get them tuned and zeroed in and all that. But after that, I don't really spend a lot of time shooting. I just spend a lot of time in the shop. I also do a lot of research. So one of my hobbies is looking up stuff. I spent 2 hours this morning looking up Neolithic stuff because I'm going to do some Neolithic reenacting type stuff once I get my backyard straightened out. Let's see. R. Snyder says, I have a Jack Crafty frame with my winnings. Everything is amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think you sent me a picture of that. Devin says, I get a little rush whenever I win something or get something from the auction. Yeah. Let's see. Just so everyone knows, it's pronounced cervix. It's female anatomy. Everybody knows. Everybody knows that already. Let's see. Matthias Melander. Rest in peace. He passed away after the coma. Do you have any other hobbies? Yes, I answered that one. Let's see. Down below, we got. I hope to get in on an auction because I like studying other points to see what I can improve on. They look pretty. They look pretty too. Satisfies my brain. I think us humans have always loved shiny things. Oh yeah. Fertile Joe, napping and hunting. Everyone lists their hobbies. Bushy says he likes napping and hunting. It's a good choice there. Jordan Kirkpatrick. Patrick, know all hobbies. Yeah. Where's the screen name Troll Slapper at? Asking for a friend. That's funny. Ed Gould, if I send it back, would you keep it or resell it? I'd resell it because I don't. If I keep it, it's going to end up in a box. Let's see. Jim, thanks, Jordan. May he travel well. Patrick, love your channel. I've learned a lot and you've become a cyber buddy. Oh, thanks, Jim. Thank you very much. Kink Master Jefferson, I've slapped a few trolls in my day. I grew some Australian burley tobacco, says R. Snyder. Plants got 6 feet tall with bright pink flowers. Failed at making cigars with it. Did better with chewing tobacco out of it. Interesting. Keith says, what the heck? Just got here. Sweat stage yet? Yeah, it's in the sweat stage. Right now, we just started, and it's already driving me nuts. It's got a couple of big lumps. It's got one right there. And it's got one right there. Almost in the same place. It's funny how that works. It must be a tough spot, huh? Let's see. Ed Gould says, I got a bunch of helicopters, some gas, most electric, and will fly upside down if you want. That's an interesting hobby. Radio controlled helicopters, right? I grew some, let's see. Sweat stage is coming, yes. I heard be here or be whatever. I enjoy making and throwing knives. No spin. Throwcessive, no spin on your knives. Have I seen that video? I've seen one of your videos, I think. There's no, the knives that you throw don't spin in the air. David says, hunting, trapping, fishing, shooting the bow, carving ducks, painting, making furniture, and a few other things. Oh yeah, all that sounds awesome. I do a lot of painting as a second hobby. Nice. I've got way too many hobbies, all men's hobbies. Ed Gould says, yes, yes. Bowel movement, Brandon, sup? I have a feeling I'm saying hi to the same guy. Fishing, Bushy says fishing, yeah. So far you've got napping, hunting, and fishing. When someone asked me what my favorite pastimes were, or my favorite hobbies, or my favorite passions, before I got into Flintknapping, I had to memorize this because I don't have a favorite, but I memorized hunting, camping, fishing. Hunting, camping, fishing. What's your favorite hobbies? Hunting, camping, fishing. So when was the last time they would ask, okay, next question. When was the last time you went hunting, camping, fishing? And then I had to say, oh, let's see, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. How can it be your favorite if you haven't been doing it? I memorized it so I wouldn't have to deal with the conversation. But it didn't work. Let's see. But I do like hunting, camping, and fishing, in case you don't know. Anyone else like the way Hobby Lobby smells? Yeah, but it smells differently in different sections, in case you haven't noticed. What do you paint, landscapes or houses? Yeah, John, what do you paint? David DeLorenzo, forgot making bows and Flintknapping. Yeah. I paint nude women in the Victorian style, like the old paintings. Really? That's pretty intense. Ed Gould, it's been too long. Yeah. Matthias says, fishing, napping, hunting for artifacts. Very good. So yeah, I was doing research, which is one of my hobbies. I was doing research into the Neolithic period in Northern Europe because that's what I'll be focusing on for my reenacting, so to speak, when I'm going to be doing my primitive stone tool woodworking and stone tool crafts and stuff. I'm going to be doing it with a theme of the Neolithic in Northern Europe rather than Native American style Stone Age type stuff. I will get into the Native American Stone Age stuff, but here when you're online doing that stuff, you get a lot of pushback from people that say, well, you're not Native American. What are you doing that? Anyone else? Yeah, let's see here. I'd say my garden is my hobbies, but it's still for food. Awesome. I've never grown enough in a garden to say that it was part of my diet. I watch YouTube videos for a hobby. Yes. Yeah, that's a good hobby. Ed Gould, cars, guitars, and fast women. Hunting, fishing, hunting, playing cards with buddies. Yes. Fast women is not a good hobby, I don't think. Women that slow down a little bit, yeah, that's fine. Will you make polished chisels and axes? Nope, I will not make the polished ones. Why won't I make the polished ones? Because it's so easy for you to know how they were made. right? I mean, what questions do you have? Ask me a specific, Matthias. I'm not picking on you, but please ask me a specific question of why you would want to see someone spend 40 hours making a polished axe and chisel. What is it specifically that you want to see? Because you go, I'll be doing this for 16 hours straight. What is it that you want to see? You want to see the final result? Do you want to see the flint knapping preparation before that? You want to see how long it takes me to go from flint knap surface to flat surface? You want to see what kind of stones I use to abrade? I know what you're going to say. I want to see all of it. I want to see everything. I don't care if you're doing this for 16 hours. But yeah, tell me specifically what you want to see, because I have no interest in doing it unless you tell me something very specific, and then I might do that. My ADHD, Smallzilla says, my ADHD shifts the hobby fixation all over. I dig old bottles, do 3D printing, build Bluetooth boom boxes. I write. I'm a bit of an audiophile, napping, fossil hunting, metal detecting, and more. Awesome. See, I have a Fender, can't play it good enough. Bushy, you play the guitar? Did I know that? Let's see, Matthias says, I mean, just polished edge because it's better tool. Yeah, okay. So if you want to see how I polished just the edge, I think I can do that. Yeah. I have to study the real artifacts to see what the angle is, though, because you have to set that up just right. And it is very good. When you polish the edge, the reason why it works better than a napped edge is because there's nothing sticking out that can nap the stone. If you have sticking out parts, they're little platforms, and if you hit the platform on a piece of wood, it'll nap it. It'll take a flake off. But if it's perfectly smooth, that won't happen. And also, when you grind it, it prevents weak areas from cracking. So you're not going to be having weak, strong areas like you do with napping. You have undulations. You have waviness when it's napped. So any waviness can cause something to crack because it's not consistent in strength. So yeah, I think I can do the blade edge. Let's see. Flint knapping, landscape painting, and carpentry, says Ed Gould. Awesome. I've got 30 guitars and 20 amps, Ed says. Oh, dang. Polishing the bit on a flaked axe is cool, as you can still see some of the working and flake scars on the back. The peck and grind is cool, but so time consuming and monotonous. Oh yes. David says, I forgot. Let's see. Forgot I do honeybees and make wine also. Wow, that is cool. Not too good. It hangs on the wall next to the wife's treadmill. I got a younger brother, had 150 guitars. Dang. Have to get making supper for my 94-year-old mom with a broken hip. Yikes. All right, Bushy. Got to make supper. See you later. I try to play every day, but lately it's slipping away. Yeah. You got to keep up the skill. I tried to get into playing an instrument, but I never was able to keep up with it. I have a small guitar. I was going to buy a ukulele, but I bought a small guitar instead, but I could never spend enough time. Yeah. So it just sits there. Someday, maybe. when I get tired of Flintknapping. I always say that though. Hornstone and any good chert allows you to take off these long flakes like that. It does, you do pay the price, or I do when I nap. Not everyone gets those when they hit really hard, but I tend to get those because the edge I'm hitting is really thin. But it doesn't matter on this one because I have a lot of extra width right here. So even with a little bite, it doesn't matter too much because I've got extra width. I can take that back without losing what I think it will look like in the end. It'll still look like what I think it'll look like in the end because I've got extra width to work with. I'm thinking it's going to be pretty much the same as the other one, like a lost lake. And then I take a flake off the other side. See, I took this one off first, and now I took that one off. And hopefully it's not too thin right there. I can fix that. But it is dicey. Why did I do that? It's because, remember those two high spots, one on the other side, one on each side? I just ripped those off. Yep. I just tore those off. So no more high spots. Getting on my nerves. Let's see. Danny says, I got some dewberry and sumac wine, just finished fermenting. Might bring some to Brady. All right, cool. I haven't tried any of that stuff. Ed says, a lot of teachers on YouTube for everything. Oh, yes. Let's see. I got taught how to be a jerk on YouTube. You got taught how to be a jerk? You mean you're just naturally a good person and you had to learn how to be a jerk? Or you were already kind of a jerk, but you honed your skill? I think what you mean is you were already that way. You just honed your skill down to a fine edge. Let's see. You play the Stones very well, Patrick, says Alan Cool. Very soothing melody. Well, as long as it doesn't sound too much like music, I won't get a copyright strike. Let's see. I've been playing guitar for 50 years and I still suck. That's funny, Danny. Let's see. Mike Mason says, I know we are past hobbies probably, but I love learning about forageable medicinal plants. Okay, yeah. Throcessive. I also make didgeridoos at Laddles. Look for artifacts. Nap in Canton, Georgia. Awesome. Make some blowguns and some darts. That way they can watch your videos instead of asking me to make blowguns and darts. So I don't know when I'll be able to get around to it. Addicted to Vanilla Wafers says it was a skill honing. Oh, yes. My hobbies: trout fishing, hunting, artifact collecting, making fish decoys and turkey calls, bonsai trees, winemaking, camping, wildlife topics, and trapping. R. Snyder. Wow. That's a big list. Here you learn to be a flaker. Yeah. That's what you learn here. You learn to yap and nap too. What I think a lot of you guys don't do any yap and nap. Most of you guys are just napping in silence. You don't go to nap-ins very much, if at all. Just a bunch of lone rangers out there napping in the wilderness. Let's see. I did a remodel on Doug Kershaw's house years ago, and for a while had a great time playing. Very interesting. I know that rhythm. You're drumming Freebird on that rock, aren't you? I wish. And Doghouse says, I like Digis too. Throwcessive, I did make a blowgun and have one video of a test shoot. All right, see, go over to Throwcessive's channel. I need to go there and look too. David says, oh yeah, I forgot. Ginseng hunting and making turkey calls in a big garden. Wow. Big garden. When do you have time to do a big garden? I got time to do a little bitty one, maybe a 6x6 garden. I'm going to plant some tobacco. Yep. I got a raised flower bed type thing that my stepmother had. I don't know if she built it herself or someone built it for her, but it's still there. It has some other things in it, like it has some garlic in there and some dill, some, just kind of like spices, kind of sort of like spices and things like that. But I'm going to tear all that out and put tobacco. Let's see. I've been practicing with self-talk for some rock to point videos I want to do on my YouTube channel. Getting a good camera angle is the only thing that is holding me back so far. And stage fright, yeah. You get over the stage fright pretty quickly. It's the camera stuff that can get very annoying. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, 6x6 inches, not a garden, it's a patch. Yeah, it is just little bitty. Let's see. Hey. Let's see. Yeah, I don't nap, just watch Jack for the drama and suspense. And I don't yap except this once. Yeah. See, Mike Mason says, I have 15 by 20 foot garden. I will be building a greenhouse on it soon and making a food fence around my property. I feed a lot of deer already. Awesome. A food fence. That's an interesting term. Yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this already. I have mentioned there are possums that come and eat the cat food, but I caught 2 of them last night. I opened the door because I heard the big old Cookie Monster crunching going on, and I opened it up, and sure enough, there were 2 of them munching on the cat food, and they're exactly the same size. They must have been from the same litter or whatever. Their brother and sister or something probably. And now I have 2 for sure that come around like clockwork, exactly the same size, and they're still young. So yeah, that was fun. And around here, the possums don't freeze and watch you. They just move away quickly. A squeeze handle style clamp works well with holding your phone to the video. You move like a hummingbird today, really fast. You think so? Well, it's the camera. I got to set up the camera so it can capture this movement better, if it's possible to adjust the settings. But yeah, I'm working with tough material, so I need to strike faster, abrade faster, to produce more force to get the stuff to respond. So I've heard some knappers say, if you slow down the strikes, you get better results. But the speed of the strike depends on the consistency of the material, so I don't know what you're talking about. I slow it down for easier to knap the material. I have to speed it up for hard stuff, difficult stuff, because it requires more force. My force is speed dependent. So if I slow it down, I'm using less force. And if I use less force of what I require, what's going to happen? I'm going to get worse results, not better results. Now, if you're not getting good results with really fast strikes, yeah, you can slow it down. But if you think in general, slowing things down produces better results. You're either not working with tough materials or you're going by someone else's advice that doesn't pertain to what you're doing. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. Just make sure that advice matches your situation. If you are working really tough material, I don't recommend slowing down. It's just the opposite. Let's see. David says, I grafted trees to fruit trees. Interesting. I've looked up grafting. I've never tried it. Smallzilla says, maybe I should call upon my 3D printers and CAD knowledge to create the perfect camera mount for myself. Oh, there you go. Perfect. R. Snyder, yes, I'm trying to get over the stage fright and talking on my channel. Yep. Are you going to name the possums? Let's see. That's a good one. That's a good question. I should, but I don't know because I can't tell them apart now that I'm thinking about it. There's no way I'd know that that one is Heckle and that one is Jekyll if I decide to name them that way. Which one is which? I don't know. Someone would ask me later again. So did you name the possums after all? And I'll go, yeah, one's Heckle, one's Jekyll. Well, which one's Heckle? I don't know. They look the same. Just name them both Heckle. That way you don't get it wrong. Yeah. Hey, good idea, man. That's a good idea. Then I'll be talking and someone says, I'll be talking with friends here or somewhere, and I'll mention there's possums that come around and I actually named them. And then it'll come around to, okay, what'd you name them? I named them both Heckle. Why'd you do that? Because I can't tell them apart. Yeah, but that's stupid. Yeah, I know. Someone told me to do it on the live stream. What? Never mind. Never mind. Let's see. Jesse asks, on the Aztec swords, wouldn't knapped bladelets be more durable versus inlaid flakes? I know core blades are razor sharp, but one use and they would break too easy. Yes, but if you look, you can make those blades thick. The ones that you strike off, you can make them thicker. So what I think you're getting at is a knapped blade is thicker than one of those ones that you peel off a core. As long as it's thick, it will work. If it's really, really delicate, Yeah, they're gonna crush on those Aztec swords where you put a lot of bladelets on the side. Yeah, the thinner the blades are, the less durable they are for sure. And in general, yes. The answer to your question is yes. Knapping those little bladelets is going to yield a stronger weapon. Yeah. Now, whether they actually used the blades removed from a core on those swords is a question that's still up in the air. I don't think they have any direct proof either way. All they have is artwork. They might have some surviving examples, but I don't remember if they do. Let's see. Jesse says, same reason for longevity of napped biface versus skinning with a raw blade. The longevity of a napped biface, yeah. But the longevity of a napped biface has more to do with its ability to be resharpened many times. Okay, it's not really the durability of the blade. It has to do with how many times you can resharpen it. So if you have this little blade like this, it works really good for a little while, but try to resharpen it 3 or 4 times, it doesn't work that great. This one resharpened 3 or 4 times works much better. It's because of the resharpening. That's my opinion. Yeah. The camera is doing it all. All your movements are like that, like the Flash. Yeah. Let's see. Mike says, I thought I was going crazy or in the Matrix movie. Yeah. I got to watch the video myself and see what's going on. It does do that weird thing. I have to check the resolution, but I don't know if I can be able to do it here. Let's see. Did you guys see ads in this video? I tried to turn the ads off, but I just checked the settings and it says the monetization is still on. So I don't know. Oh, that's a default. Never mind. I'm looking at the default settings. Never mind. Let's see. I thought I was going crazy. It's kind of weird, yeah. I'm Patrick's ex-wife. Patrick, can we get back together? Absolutely not. There's this person that has a handle called I'm Patrick's ex-wife. That's so funny. First of all, you actually write much better than she does, so it's not even close. Patrick has found a way to harness the power of Neo. This will be the matrix point in the next week's auction. There you go. Camera adds 20 inches per second to the strike. Mike Mason callers. Alan Cole. Patrick needs Mr. Barks up a lot in Vermont to help keep the transient wildlife in check. Yeah, Mr. Barks a lot needs to be chasing off the critters. I call all opossums Opie or Oppie. That's a good way to do it. What did I call them last night? I think I called them Gooberhead or something last night. One of them. See, that when they tried to flee, the one behind was bumping into the one in front. So what are you doing, Gooberhead, or something like that? Because he couldn't get away fast enough because his brother was in front of him or his sister or whatever. It was funny. Let's see. Smallzilla says, I've made a couple of videos already, but I've not done the longer format rock to point stuff. My intentions would be to explain my thought process a little, but would people want to watch that? Yeah, of course. That's what everybody does. That's what they watch. In fact, they want me to do more explaining. They don't like it when I don't say anything. I think they got a voice button on their brain, right? Next to their eyes. If the voice button doesn't turn the button on to their eyes, they can't see anything. I don't see anything unless you explain what's going on. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I know what you're doing. But unless you tell me that you're doing this or that, I can't see it. You mean you can't see that I'm taking off a flake at a certain angle? No, I can't see it. You got to tell me that you're taking off a flake at a certain angle. You know, I don't know how that works, but people are like that. Some of them are like that. I think it's funny. So I make fun of it. But yeah, people want to see explanations, and they're going to tell me, it's not that I don't see the angle. I just want to know what it is. Well, okay, 52.6. There you go. Is that true? No, it's not true. But you wanted to hear some. You wanted to hear it. Does your brain turn on once you hear something? You should be able to tell now that I have this. I have the flaker on there at a certain angle. It's not always the same either. But I don't need to tell you that it's always different, do I? Because you can tell it's always different. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes like that. Sometimes like that. Sometimes like that. Sometimes like that. There's all kinds of different angles and everything in between. Oh, now I understand what I saw. Yeah. See, I don't understand why people ask, but they want that. Let's see. Let's see. Jesse says, thanks, Pat. Your explanations are amazing. It almost sounds like you're being sarcastic. I know you're being sincere, but yeah. My explanations are not amazing, I had to admit. For myself, when I look at my old videos, and I had to explain better when I do explain. Jim says, when Cortez was fighting the Aztecs, obsidian swords nearly took the heads off the horses. Yeah, that's the stories. I've owned a horse, okay? There's no way that I could cut that horse's head off with one of those swords. No. You have any idea how thick the neck bones are on a horse and how thick the actual neck is on the horse? And then you got to cut through all that hair on the top. Those things are stories and fantasies. Now you can open up the skin on a horse and cut all the arteries and stuff, but just back away a little bit. Go visit a farm or something that has horses and livestock, and then sit there and look at it, and then you tell me if you could cut through that. You can't even cut through the horse's head and neck with a regular sword. Now, with a samurai sword with extreme sharpness, you might be able to do it, maybe. But when you're talking about war horses who are built to have strong necks and strong bones, they're not delicate horses, the ones that the Cortez and other expeditions used. They're war horses. They're meant and bred to bite you, to stomp on you, and to ram into you with their necks. Okay? They're not wimpy little horses. So, yeah, they're stories. Just stories, which are interesting. People are the same way nowadays. They want to see drama. They want to hear stories. And it makes for good literature, I suppose. Let's see. Mecha Weedles are my specialty. There's one pick of surviving sample, but it's questionable. Yeah. I've made several Mecha Weedles, but I use trapezoidal prismatic blades. Yeah. Danny in Doghouse makes them. Okay. And I've seen the one he's made out of with some glass prismatic blades. Very deadly looking for sure. Yeah. I wouldn't want to mess with anyone that's got one of those. Nope. It might not take my head off, but it'll certainly cut through all the arteries. That I know for sure. It'll cut through all the soft flesh easily. It'll rub up against the bone and probably chip a bunch of those blades, but without arteries, you can't do much. No ads here. Okay, good. No ads here. Okay, good. All right, I was worried about that for a second. I made a Facebook channel last night, and we'll be posting much about how to make the blades, etc. Awesome. There you go. Facebook channel. Okay, send me a link to that so I don't have to look forever with my inability to search well. Yeah, what's your channel going to be and all that stuff? Send it, try to post a link somehow or type it out in the comment section to your Facebook channel, Facebook page. Opossums are in North America. Possums are in Australia. Yeah, we get them all mixed up. We get the names mixed up, yeah. Opossums, yeah, we call them opossums here, but I say possums anyway. Jesse says, hey, Brennan, any good stone expeditions still finding good stuff? Alan Cole says, explaining is good, but talking smack is excellent. All right. Danny says, channel is Barefoot Napper. Should be up now. I think I have one friend. Maybe next year I'll have another. No, let's see. Barefoot Napper. And Danny's not kidding about that. He's a barefoot napper. Okay? Just so you know. Let me see. Excuse me while I take a break here. Yeah, I spelled it right. I'm gonna have to search for a long time. Yeah, it's not coming up right away. All right, so let's see. Brennan says, yeah, Jesse, I've been collecting for a third cook and already cooked a second time. I'm talking about heat treats. Okay, your channel. Okay, let's see. I might have been looking in the wrong spot. Let me look at YouTube for Barefoot Napper. No, I don't see it. If I don't see it in 5 seconds, it takes me like 2 hours to find it. I either find it right away or it takes forever. Yeah, it'll take forever. Let's see. The unboxing was almost no talk, huh? Yeah. 56.2 degrees or 52.6 degrees. I can't remember which one it is, but either one is correct. Chingachgook. Nah, your silent vids allow total focus on what you're doing. That's where the suspense comes in. Will Jack know that STEO off or will it snap? Yeah. Knock that step off. Okay. Yeah. Will I knock the step off or will it snap? That's the question. The angle of the cone always the same? Is the angle of the cone always the same? Yeah, the initial cone is always the same. The fracture from the point of impact, depending on the direction of force, the initial cone fracture is always at the same angle. But after that initial crack, it starts to wander. So the conchoidal fracture only explains the initiation. It doesn't explain the propagation. But yeah, the initiation is always going to be at the same angle, depending on the angle or the direction of applied force. But it also has to do with the surface that you're striking. All right, just because it looks like a certain angle doesn't mean that it is that angle to that spot on the edge, because the spot on the edge can vary in its angle as well, or the platform surface can vary in its angle. Okay, so even if I showed you the angle that I'm using, I can't zoom in close enough for you to see the angle of the platform, because this angle varies with the angle of the platform. Okay, depending on what size and length of flake you want. But since people need to hear something, I always just say 52.6 or 56.2. That way, now it opens it up and you'll be able to see. I know. I'm annoying. I can't even explain how to use a beveled edge as a platform for thinning with pressure. You don't have to. The thing is, don't try to explain it. Just do it. And then if people can't pick it up from using their eyeballs, it's not on you. It's on them. I was picked up by our horse by the ball of my shoulder and shook like a rag doll. I was 10 or so. Yeah, my horse wasn't quite that aggressive, but he was a bully in that if he didn't know you too well, he'd come up to you like a friendly horse would, just come up and start sniffing a little bit. But then if you don't pay attention, he'll start to want to bite you. First, he'll do a little bit of nudging, and then he'll bite you. Yeah, he almost got my ex-wife pretty good before I slapped my hands together like this, and it shocks him, and he would stop doing it. He would do that to everybody he didn't know. He would get up next to him, and they go, "Oh, cute horse," and then he'd go try to get closer, and then he'd try to bite him. Yeah, he was sneaky. Let's see. I was picked up. Yeah. Let's see here. Just the smack talk is great. Reminds me of chirping when I played hockey, insulting the other team's players, and such fun. Oh yeah. Jesse says, I finally figured out the backing off on the angle, and make the piece more vertical. You can knock a square edge off above center line. Awesome. It's always good to figure out something like that. Knapping myself an obsidian grill. That's cool. Danny Moore. Is that your first comment, Danny Moore? Let me know if it's the first time commenting. For anyone who never commented before, it's good to know, because sometimes I get people's names mixed up. Example of a hockey chirp. Careful, bud, with that talk. I'll park you into the boards. Yeah. Jeff Baird. My horse was a little mean too. He would bite too. Yeah. Just did a series of 26 9-inch root beer blades and only broke one in the middle. It had a defect. I'll bring the evidence to Brady. I videoed all but got to process it. It's about 40 minutes. Okay. That'd be cool. 8-inch blades are not easy to make. Brendan says, that's awesome, Doghouse. Can't wait to see that. Danny says, no, sent you a super chat a couple days ago. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks for letting me know. And thanks for the super chat. What's a super chat? I don't know. I don't know how to do the super chats. I don't know how to tell you how to give me money. I should probably research these things. I think you can see that, but it's probably really low. But everybody does realize that even if you can see this angle, you can't see the angle on the platform, so it doesn't do you any good to see this angle. Okay, it gives you a rough idea, but you can see that rough idea from a first-person view as well. All you need to know is this: the rough idea, just the basic setup. From there, you tune it to what you can do. Danny Moore, $2. Thank you, Danny. Like this. Yeah, I can see that. I can see the response, but I don't know how to actually do it. You know, like some people say, how do I give you money? And I'll go, I don't know. I don't know what buttons to push or where it is. Let's see. But for Brain says, Patrick, I can tell by your cough that you've been smoking those yard plants again. Yeah, you know me too well. But the only yard plants I've been smoking are these here. Yeah. Yep, that's it. But I haven't smoked one in a few days, and I didn't light this one up. You can see it's still fresh. I've just been chewing on it, so to speak. I don't really chew on it. I just stick it in my mouth and have it sitting there while I'm thinking or doing research on the internet. Did I finish talking about what I was doing? Just researching the Neolithic period so I can make a costume and set up some stuff back there. Make a costume? Yeah, I'm gonna make a set of buckskin, uh, buckskin clothing, that kind of thing, and make some little shelters back there. Up on stilts. I'm gonna make a little stilt hut. Let's see. Danny says next to chat box is dollar icon. Click on that. Go to set up to payment method first. Okay. You ever tried smoking coffee grounds? Mm-hmm. Let me think about that one. In a pipe, yeah. I smoke pipes as well. I think I have put the coffee grounds in a pipe. Yep. Matthias Melander gifted one Jack Crafty membership. Awesome. Matthias gave me a membership, or gave somebody a membership. Brutus was gifted a membership by Matthias Melander. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. You ever tried? Okay. No, Pat has been on an obsidian streak, so the dust is getting to him. It's irritating. Yeah, it's probably that too. The dryness of the house, the obsidian dust, and there's something going around here. There's a cold or something going around, or I don't know if it's COVID or whatever. Everyone's getting sick of this little annoying thing. I got lingering phlegm that doesn't want to cooperate. So on the last live stream, I was coughing up a lung, trying to get rid of it. Let's see. I really appreciate these front videos. It does show a small amount of the skill set that is missed from the other view. While it's obviously less showing, I still like studying these as well. Alrighty, good. I'm glad it helps because I don't want to be sitting here doing this for nothing. Yeah. I'm glad it helps people to know. But just be aware, I might make fun of you. Yeah. I learn a little bit differently. So I shouldn't really talk. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there was a time where I wanted to make a full set of clothing just like Bootsy the Iceman. But then I figured out that it'll be very difficult because I think he's missing some items. It doesn't make any sense that he wasn't wearing some sort of coat or shirt. He didn't have an upper garment. They didn't find a garment like a coat or a shirt. So his most important garment was probably stolen from him if it wasn't there. He had his leggings and everything and his shoes and a hat, but where's his coat? So I would have to make that up, invent something. So I'm just going to go with a basic Neolithic style, generic interpretation according to research and not anything in particular. Not just general research and not anything in particular. And I might do some Native American stuff later when I get more knowledge. It actually costs a lot of money to do exact research on Native American stuff, because I got to travel to the museums. I got to spend time measuring everything that I see in museums and getting the studies, paying for various articles that are behind paywalls. It costs hundreds of dollars for each item that I want to reproduce if I want to do it exactly. So we'll see. That'll be in the future. I don't have that kind of money yet. Let's see. Lithic Percussion, Jack Crafty Band. We got to get a band together, man. Yeah. I think he's related to Asper. No. Well, who are you talking about? Let's see. Utzi's raincoat is awesome. Yeah, but that's not a raincoat. It's just a partial garment made of reeds or grass, long grass. They don't even know what that is. They assume it's a raincoat, but it's just a portion of it. To me, it looks like an apron. You know, you put that noose, or that noose, you put that, there's a part that's kind of roundish, just put it around your neck, and that part that they found was just a triangular piece. It's an apron. To me, it looks like an apron that you wear in front. It's not a full coat. Let's see. Yeah, I saw Etsy's clothing. Wasn't Utzi's rain suit made of fish skins? No. Working in a mirror factory is something I could totally see myself doing. I see what you did there, yeah. That's like a dad joke. Yeah. I guess we're all from that generation. Yeah. That's funny. I don't know. I don't know if you can see anything or how much you can see. I'm running into some step fracturing. Dang it. See, I just did that step fracture right there. It's an inconsistent area. That's the problem. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. That's the way you're going to play it. I've got a damage control with the ending of the flake to get that step fracture out. You never want this damage control with the ending of a flake if you can help it. See, to get that step fracture out of there, I got to hit from the side up into it. So the ending of that flake is going to take off the step fracture. And that's not in the position. That's not what you want. You don't want to be in that position. But, oh well. You got to make do with what you got. It grinds down well. Yeah, I got to have everything. Everything's going to be in tip-top shape. What time is it? We got 10 minutes left, guys. Okay. Yes. Did it break or did it do it? See, it looks like a land bridge. It looks like we're going to cry, but no, it did it. Yes, it did. So the first strike, step fracture. Second strike from here it took it out from the other side. But at first, it looked like it was going to be a land bridge. I looked at it, it had broken, but then I saw, yeah, it went all the way. So that's it for that stage. I can sharpen it now at this stage. It doesn't have to be any thinner. But, you know, for the video, I can do it thinner on a follow-up video. But for now, I think this will be sufficient. Let's see if it grew in the time when I first measured it until now. Right? I think it was exactly almost 6 inches, whatever. It is now 4 3/4. It was 5 inches and something before. 4 3/4. Yeah. The opposite thing is driving me nuts. So I lost about a half inch. It's a heavy piece. Yeah. This hornstone is really dense. There are other stones also that feel very heavy, but this is a very heavy piece. Let's see. So I got plenty of other pieces that I can use for arrowheads. Let's see, I got other stuff. Lots of flakes. Some of these are really small. Some of them can pass for Danish flint. Looks very similar to Danish flint. Or even English flint. So I can make those. I can make little barbed and tanged arrowheads and stuff. What do we got here left on the comments? Spatula tool time. Let's see. Where am I? Tootsie's raincoat is awesome. Let's see. Working in America. Don't Google ass butter. Yeah, don't do it. Or butt mustard. Yeah, don't do it. I was so amazed when they found the point in Utsie's shoulder. Yeah, that was a surprise. It took them 10 years to find it, though. Spatula tool time. Yeah, my great-grandfather lived down the mountain from where they found Utsie. Wow. Small world. Right? What's your average viewer age? Well, it's a chart that does this. Very little on the young side, and then most of my viewers are up on the older side. It just keeps going up and up and up. No, I think the scale goes from like 15 to 75, and my chart's like that. So I got a lot of 75-year-old viewers and very few 15-year-old viewers. So I guess the average age is right in the middle, like 50 years old. I'm 62, so most of the guys are around my age that view the channel. And I don't know if it's because when you get old, you want to do something like this that only requires a few tools, a lot of focus, and a lot of practice. You get to hang around with other guys at Knappings, share stories, and then go camping, go hunting, shoot bows and arrows and stuff you made yourself, that kind of thing. You don't see many really young guys doing that other than kids that hang around in the woods a lot. Usually you see that happening when you've got time later on in life. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I had a friend gone now, but we would play sometimes for gatherings, and his name was Dick, so we were Dick. Okay, Dick and Ed. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Ed Gould. Good name for this band would be the Flakes. Oh yes, Mike Mason is correct. Danny Moore says no problem. Brutus, thank you, Matthias, for the subscription. I wasn't even here. Wild. Let's see, Ellen Cole. The buffalo fell right off that bridge. Oh, yes. Ellen Cole says, Matthias is the man. Yep. Smallzilla makes very nice work, Patrick. Lovely preform you've made. I've been on a preform kick, just cranking them out, so I have stuff ready to go when I want to make something. Helps me clean up the odd hunks. Yes. I'm getting more into doing that now. Saving up a bunch of preforms for later. I used to not like doing that. I used to like going straight from rock to point. But now I'll save up some preforms and bifaces. Yeah, I find it, I can actually produce more points that way if I save up a bunch of bifaces. Let's see, Smallzilla, I do that with glass bottle bottoms. Seems to always have 4 laying around. Nice. Average age is 52.6. Yeah, you're too clever there. Yep. Looks like Danish flint, I mean, yeah. It does, this hornstone does look like Danish flint, but it's not quite. It's a little bit different. And I was going to nap this larger piece, but it's, nah, it'll get everywhere. I have to hit this super hard. Maybe I'll do it on the next live stream. This one is 8 inches long. Yeah. I'm going to wrap this up in about 3 minutes. What else we got here? Looks like you are winding down. Yes, I am. Thanks for the excellent stream, my friend. See you in the next video. Good night, everybody. Good night, Alan. See you on the next stream for sure. You've been a regular participant on every live stream just about. Why do I do these? Because I won't be going to too many nap-ins, and it's much easier for me to do these than to try to answer questions by email, believe it or not. If you have questions on it, it's much easier for me to answer in the video like this than to send you an email. Danny says, good, another good one. See you Friday. Yep, I'll see you Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's when the next live stream happens. Yep, see you next time, Harley. Thanks for the talk, says Jordan. See you Friday. Yep, Matthias. I send a 15-inch piece next time. Matthias, I'm going to send you an email. I'll pay for shipping and the price for that book if you have it, if you know where I can get a book. Brennan says, great stream. Thanks as always. Oh, you're welcome. Lovely stream. Great night. Thank you. The channel is awesome. Thanks, Danny. Good night, everybody. Dinner time. Yeah, I got my dinner ready to go. I'm going to heat it up. Snyder is face snapping already? Dang it, wait for us, man. Don't be face snapping yet. Not yet. Yeah. You don't know what face snapping is? You're new, right? There's got to be some new people on here. Got to stick around on the other live streams to figure that out. Someone will bring it up. I'm going to nap this goldstone in a video coming up, and I'll finish this out. Face napping some salmon. Dang it. Sounds good. What did I get? I got some steaks and some chicken. What? I can't remember now what I got. Oh, I bought some pork ribs. That's what I got sitting there. Good night. Have a good one. All right, everybody. That's it. Out of time. Matthias says, just email me. I can have it with you in like 5 days, I think. Okay, I'll email you, and I'll pay for the shipping and the price of the book. Thank you very much. All right, guys. We'll see you Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Good night.